Why is this horse red and blue and purple and green? What's up, friends? In today's video, I want to show you how you can actually paint a very realistic looking black horse, or any object really, using only rainbow colors. It's like my kindergarten son's most magical dreams come true. This video isn't really intended as a step-by-step horse painting tutorial, but rather my hope is that you'll come away from this with a greater appreciation for the importance of values for creating realism versus colors. By the way, my name is Emily, and here on my channel we do painting tutorials, product reviews, and we discuss all things watercolor. So if that sounds good to you, please hit that subscribe button right now. What do I mean by values? Well, values are how light or dark something is. To paint realistically, you need to have a wide range of values. Something I've noticed is that many beginning artists tend to obsess over color. Am I using the right colors for this? What's the pigment number? Are those single pigment or mixed pigment? What if I don't have the exact color? What if I'm not good at mixing? If you're overthinking your colors, maybe this is preventing you from just experimenting and having fun practicing your art. After watching this demonstration, I hope you'll grab your paints and try this. Paint something, anything, using all the colors. Try it, it's ridiculously fun. So here's how. In watercolor, the way we adjust our values is by adding water to make our paint lighter. When you're not worrying about color mixes, all you have to think about is how dark or how light your paint is. So for this black Friesian horse, I started with a damp brush and decided to load it up with marine blue. That's this bright ocean blue color by Holbein. I grabbed a second brush and loaded it up with creamy quinacridone rose and painted that right alongside the blue. Then I grabbed a third brush and added green. It's really helpful to have several different brushes so you can go back and forth between the different colors. These three colors are all very different from one another, but what they all have in common for these initial brush strokes is that they're all the same dark value. I used a thick, creamy consistency of paint with just enough water to ensure that the color spreads smoothly across the paper. With my three different brushes, each loaded with a different color, I alternated back and forth between them, drawing on all of the horse's darkest shadow shapes with the dark paint. In areas on the chest where the muscles are shiny and lighter in value, I simply water down the paint a little, and it doesn't matter what colors I choose, as long as the values match the reference. On this leg coming forward, I chose a watered down violet and then used some marine blue midtones on the side of the leg, dark quinacridone rose and phthalo blue in the darker shadows. The horse's face is a combination of blue, red, green, and purple as well. I did carefully adjust my values to draw the anatomy of the jaw, the muzzle, and the ears. And for that gorgeous flowing mane, I move my brush in the direction the hair is moving. For the tail, I wet the paper first to create the effect of soft movement. Notice how important it is to preserve some of the white of the paper and the bright highlights on the horse. If I were to just cover the horse in rainbow colors that were all the same value, I would end up with a very flat, unrealistic, but colorful silhouette. When you're getting your values correct, the result is such a feast for the eyes. We enjoy the variety of color without feeling like it's garish or cartoony, and this is just because the light and the shadow on the horse accurately represent reality, even if the colors do not. A great way to help yourself see these values easier is to desaturate or remove all the color from your reference photo so that it's just black and white, and you won't be confused by the colors. There are lots of apps you can download and do this for free with your photos. I love working from a black and white photo and just making up whatever colors I want in my painting. Here's the reference photo, side by side with the painting, all color removed. Ultimately, like I said, the colors I chose did not matter since the values were accurate. I did try to create harmony with the colors I chose, meaning I tried to avoid having areas where maybe just one isolated color pops out. You don't want to have just red in the foot, for example. It's important to disperse your colors evenly so that nothing stands out too much. If you want to learn more about color and value and how to create beautiful, realistic watercolor horses, there are more than a dozen different horse tutorials and over 150 other real-time, fully narrated watercolor tutorials available through my Watercolor Mastery membership. Each tutorial comes with a downloadable reference photo, a trace of a line drawing, and a complete list of supplies. There are also suggestions for color substitutes and step-by-step video instruction from multiple camera angles, so you can look over my shoulder and follow along brushstroke by brushstroke. I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can check that out. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, leave me a like and a comment. I love to hear from you. Check out these other videos about how to improve your watercolor skills, and I'll see you over there.